I have the privilege to introduce student Arlene Gonzalez, who will introduce our first honorable speaker. Welcome. Let's give a round of applause to her.
Thank you. I have the privilege of introducing Dr. Edward Martin, who serves as an Associate Vice President and Director of Arizona Cooperative Extension System. Besides his statewide leadership role, Dr. Martin is a faculty member in the Biosystems Engineering Department at U of A, where his responsibilities lie mainly in the area of agricultural irrigation. Much of his work deals with water management, hot water use, and irrigation scheduling at the field level. Please join in welcoming Dr. Martin.
Good evening. It's a pleasure being here. You know, it's strange. I was wondering, 13 speakers, what? And all we have 13 students. So, seems to be a theme going here tonight. But it's a pleasure to be with you here tonight to celebrate, I think, something that represents the best of what cooperative extension is all about. And that's investing in our youth, our future, and our communities. You know, when Rodolfo was interviewing to be the lead at Santa Cruz Cooperative Extension, he was asked, well, what can you do for the youth in this community? His answer was very simple, but visionary. He said, I can do leadership development. And that answer has taken the shape in the form of an extraordinary program, Emerging Leaders. Now, this program is more than just a set of workshops. It's a journey designed to help you build confidence, communication, and the kind of leadership skills that last a lifetime. But most importantly, it's rooted in the belief that leadership is not just a talent, it's a discipline. It's something that you study, it's something you practice, something you grow into. Through emerging leaders, young people in Santa Cruz are learning that leadership is not about power and position. It's about purpose. It's about serving others, understanding your community, and using your voice for something bigger than yourself. These students meet one full day each month, attending classes on public speaking, mental health, financial literacy, emotional intelligence. Then they head out into the community, and they walk the banks of the Santa Cruz River, hike in the Santa Rita Experimental Range, visit local farms, fire stations, even the University of Arizona. They hear from mayors, nonprofit leaders, professionals across many sectors. And they're learning to ask the big questions. What kind of leader do I want to be? What problems do I want to solve? How may I serve my community with integrity? One student, and she knows who she is, was quoted saying, "We started out by learning about emotional intelligence, how to better understand others and put ourselves in their place. It helps people get along better." This is the kind of wisdom that Willing gives me home. This initiative, this Emerging Leaders program, ties directly into another program we have at Cooperative Extension. It's a long-standing program called Project Central. Now in its 41st year, that program trains adult leaders across Arizona. These programs work in tandem, ensuring that leadership isn't just something that we talk about at the top, it's something that grows at the roots. We're also very grateful for all the partners who help make this program possible. And the Friends of the Santa Cruz River, Vantage West Credit Union, even the Mexican Consulate who contributed in support. I know we have a lot of folks, so I'm going to close up early. So let me close by saying this. In a time when communities are facing complex challenges, and the future can sometimes feel uncertain, we are witnessing something very powerful here. We are watching young people step up. Curiosity, compassion, and courage. Emerging Leaders is not just shaping students, it's shaping our state's future. Thank you to all that have supported this program. And most of all, thank you to the young leaders in this program. You are the reason we believe so strongly in the work we do at the University of Arizona Collaborative Extension. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
So thank you, Dr. Martin and Mr. Rodolfo and all the coordinators that are here. My name is Ellen Gonzalez and I'm currently finishing my sophomore year at Lourdes High School. I am interested to study neuroscience because I like understanding the components of the brain and believing I could help people through medicine because and I hope the skills of leadership I got from this program really help me build my path as how I want to fulfill it. I view myself as a leader or as a teacher for all those leaders who want to rise and to be someone who can help other leaders rise and so on and so forth. So thank you for all those people who are here who believe in me and thank you again for choosing me.
I am now delighted to introduce the emerging leader Valentina Robles to introduce our next.
I'm happy to introduce Gonzo Marcos Moreno Baez. Gonzo Moreno is a career human rights advocate with 15 years of experience, currently serving as Consul General of Mexico in Nogales, Arizona. He has held key positions in the Mexican federal government, focusing on international human rights and economic, social, and cultural rights policies. He is a mature musician and photographer. Please join in welcoming Gonzo Moreno.
Thank you so much, Valentina. I usually don't read my speeches, but one of my colleagues told me, Consul, you only have 5 minutes, not 20. So I guess I have to wait. So I would first like to thank the University of Arizona Santa Cruz County Cooperative Extension for its dedicated mission in empowering all these young people, our community. Thank you very much, Dr. Martinez, Dr. Martin, for making this possible. It is indeed an honor to stand before you to celebrate a milestone in your career. As a diplomat, but especially as a person who deeply believes in the power of leadership to shape a more resilient world, I feel compelled to remind you that leadership has more to do with service than with control. For what I have gained in my years of service, leadership is all about listening carefully, thinking critically, and building coalitions where others see divisions. One of our teammates here, Sophia, mentioned communication. That's also a component, very key component to do so. Whether your preference is public service, civil society, or the private sector, lead boldly and wisely, but especially lead from your heart. I'm certain that throughout this program you'll be able to develop leadership skills, including that no matter what table you are sitting at, courage and humility in equal measure are paramount. I have spent the last 15 years trying to find solutions for those who need it most, including the last 3 years here in Nogales. I have learned in this process that the most effective way to better support people is creating synergies based on understanding. And once again, Sophia, and all of you, communication. Although it might seem simple, it is the existence of an agency with the will to lead that makes it possible to overcome this type of impediment. For example, we work very closely with the mayor of Nogales to make so many projects together and to implement so many projects, along, of course, with the University of Arizona, that we are gladly partnering with all of them. I'm confident that the generational replacement of today's decision makers are in this room tonight. And so I would like to share with you two fundamental principles that shall govern every leader. Always, and I mean always, be yourself. So people admire your true self, and not someone whose mask will eventually fall. That's obviously their admiration to you. And with that in mind, remember that leadership is not a destination, but a day-to-day practice. Finally, my friends, I'm glad to learn that emotional intelligence is a key topic that was addressed in your course. Please don't take it for granted. It is the best tool to get you back on your feet after falling or failing. I know it because today I can attribute my success to the sum of failures that have allowed me to learn and to always give it up. And of course, family and loved ones. I invite you to continue to get involved. Never stop preparing, and above all, do not stop believing in yourself, and that always there's a lot of room to make your community a better place to live, including for those in most need. Thank you very much, and congratulations to your families too. Thank you.
My name is Valentina Lopez Moreta. I'm a ninth grade student at Nogales High School. I'm interested in studying architecture and culinary arts because I'm passionate about these things. I was born in Nogales, Sonora, Mexico. I come from a hardworking and resilient family. My dad has his own business and my mom is a dedicated and committed teacher. From them I have learned that success doesn't come by chance, but by investing time and effort and want to succeed into accomplishment. As an emerging leader, I would like to add that leadership is not only about the me, but it's about the we. Thank you.
I have the pleasure to introduce our next emerging leader, Cristobal Fontes, to introduce our next honorable speaker.
It is a pleasure for me to introduce. I have the honor of introducing Consuelo Hernandez, our district representative and Arizona State legislator. Consuelo was raised in Pima County and attended Sunny State schools. She completed a bachelor's degree in global health from Arizona State University. She also earned a master's degree in legal studies with a concentration in economics from the University of Arizona. Please join in welcoming Representative Hernandez.
Hello, everyone. Buenas tardes. I'm really honored to be here. Thank you. I just want to congratulate Dr. Martinez for creating this wonderful program. Like Cristobal, I grew up in a community where there wasn't a ton of opportunities. So I got involved at a very young age, probably around your age. Started at the age of 15 because I had people who believed in me. But it was actually through a program at my high school. Similar to this Emerging Leaders program, that I had teachers who encouraged me to apply, even though I wasn't the most loud, outgoing person, but they saw potential in me, and that's exactly what the Cooperative Extension program does, is supporting non-traditional student leaders and leaders in communities like Santa Cruz County that often get left behind. And I'm really honored to be one of your state representatives. I'm going on my third year now. I started at the school board. I didn't grow up with a family that was political. My mom was an immigrant from Mexico. She had her small business in Nogales. We have family here in Nogales, but my dad was a construction worker. He didn't start voting until his late 40s. I learned my leadership skills, thankfully, through my brother. Dan Hernandez used to be a state representative here. But some of the early lessons that I learned as an emerging leader is don't let others tell you you can't. I had more people always discouraging me to do something than I had encouraging me to do something. So everyone in this room, we all have a role to play, whether you're at the University of Arizona, whether you're at the consulate, whether you're in a city, county position, or whether you're a parent. Don't ever tell a young person, discouraging them from trying to pursue something that they want to do. A lot of the times, the only people that they have are people like us in this room, people who look like us, who are from the community. So don't let anyone ever dim your light. I see a lot of potential in you, and I'm really proud of you. I just met you, but so proud of all of the families that are also involved in this program, because it could not be possible without your involvement. I know that you all committed, all the student leaders committed an entire year to get to this stage, so really proud of you all. And at the end of the day, we're all leaders in our own right. You don't have to have a position, you don't have to be a state representative to be a leader. You could be a community leader. I like to joke and say that my mom is a leader in her own right. She's the social worker of El Barrio, because everyone comes to her and tells her all the problems, then she throws them on us. But we're all leaders here, and at the end of the day, we have a lot of influence in our own circles, and I encourage you to use that influence for good, whether it's, encouraging people to go to a school board meeting, or a county meeting, or a city meeting. We all have a role to play here, and like my grandmother used to say, I get both in nuestro granito de arena. So I'll leave that with all of you, and I hope that you continue to support these young leaders who I know go off to do great things. And a lot of you will go off to go to the University of Arizona, or Pima Community College, or ASU, and you'll feel alone a lot of the times like I did. But you'll never be alone, because everyone in this room are people who are supporting you. So whether you see us or not, we're there behind you, and congratulations.
My name is Rizal Montes. I'm an 8th grade student at Calhoun School, and I have a passion for playing and creating music. So I think with my leadership skills, I would like to do something along the lines with music, bring an orchestra or any band to a small community as opposed to I've never seen any band play before them. And I grew up in here in a family that is willing to see me at my fullest potential, and I know that we're always gonna have my back, and it's scary, it's like one time doing this and then no more. It was pretty good, this program. Dr. Martinez, it was a good program. I know I didn't like it that much, but I know deep down I did. So thank you.
It
It is my pleasure to introduce emerging leader Alina Lopez.
It is a pleasure for me to introduce Dr. Luis Carlos Davis, our Santa Cruz County Supervisor. Mr. Davis is a graduate of the University of Arizona, where he earned a bachelor's, master's, and PhD degrees. He was born and raised on the U.S.-Mexico border. His identity is shaped by the intersection of two countries, two cultures, and two languages. While attending the U of A, he interned with the U.S. Department of the Treasury in Washington, D.C. Gaining a valuable experience in public service, he was recognized as the 2010 Man of the Year in Southern Arizona. Please welcome Supervisor Davis.
Good evening, everyone. So for me, it's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor. Thank you, Mr. Martinez. So, as a supervisor, one of my platforms and one of my visions in Compass is that I want to work and be able to retain the youth in Santa Cruz County, just like Pima County and Maricopa County. When I graduated in 1996, there was an option you could stay, but the idea is that you have to leave. And I want to be able to have the youth stay here. So for me, seeing like one of the kids said, like one of the leaders, like we're warriors, right? Well, that gives me a lot of hope to know that programs like this are taking place right now. So as a leader, one of the small concepts that I can tell you that have been really helpful for me is fear. So fear could be used as something negative or positive. For example, for myself, I remember when I went to study at Pima, even though it was just an hour away from here. The first day of school, like I had fear. Like I lived in Nogales High School and stuff. I saw a friend outside of class and I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm going back to Nogales." I said, "Give me a ride. I'm going with you." So I came back and I'm like, "What are you doing here?" You know, it took me, just to make this story short, it took me 2 years to eventually go back. But when I understood that, like feeling that fear is that you're coming out of your comfort zone, you're doing something new, and you start taking that as seeing it as a different way. I applied for the exam for this internship in DC. I was able to go to Spain. I was able to do a lot of things that I never imagined. So once again, when time goes by and you feel very comfortable and you don't feel that fear, maybe you should feel it. It's that indicator that you're going in the right direction. So, like I said, some of you are 8th graders, some of you will graduate very soon. Time goes by so quick. So there are like 3 options. Some of you might stay here. Some of you might want to go back and come back like me after 26 years to try to do something for my community. And some other ones will leave and not come back, right? All those options are good. The only thing that I ask you is to help me with that mission to retain the youth. Don't forget about Santa Cruz County. And even though you're away, you can always try to help, like send opportunities. If you stay here, let's work together. And if you want to leave, go and come back so you can help. Muchas gracias a todos los papás. Felicidades. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Hopefully everyone's having a good evening. I would like to start by saying thank you to my parents and to my little brother because he would get mad if I didn't. My name is Alina. I am a 10th grader at Puerto Rico High School, and I have a passion for helping others, which is why I would like to pursue pursue a career in somewhere in the healthcare field. I believe my strengths in being empathetic will help me pursue my goals and make a positive difference in other people's lives. My dream is to attend a good college and continue furthering my education so I can set up my future for success. I grew up in Rico, Arizona, and in a really loving family that emphasized a lot on unity, communication, support, and sticking to what you start with, which has shaped me into the person who I am today. And with my new leadership skills, which as public speaking, which I am now, I don't think I'll be able to do this before the program. But I would like to bring the youth in our community bring the youth in our community to unite, because I feel like we're very divided, and we should have a better community because the youth is the future. So thank you, and I hope to inspire others and help our community. Santa Cruz.
It is an honor to introduce Alexis Simon to introduce our next speaker.
I have the privilege of introducing Carolyn Greeno, who is Manager of Finance and Administration of U of A Cooperative Extension. As a statewide leader, she provides significant experience towards solving problems independently, leadership, and actively mentoring colleagues and junior staff in county offices across Arizona. Carolyn is also involved with the University Excellence Awards and is a member of the University Hearing Board. Please join me in welcoming Director Greeno.
When Dr. Martinez invited me down for this, and then afterwards said, oh, by the way, you will be speaking, I said, I'm in finance, I like speaking to spreadsheets. Thank you very much. That's my jam. I said, no, just 5 minutes, you can do this. And I said, okay, great, I'll write something down. And he said, oh, the emerging leaders are memorizing theirs. So I am here before you tonight, not only with something written, but written in very large font. And I have my happy readers. So thank you, the emerging leaders and others, for your kind understanding. So, oh my goodness, it's so lovely to be here tonight, and it is so great to be here with such an important work that you guys are doing. Thank you. Thank you for sticking it out, and thank you for going to the end and doing this great accomplishment. Because it's not just the end of your program, it's the start of a new chapter, and it's the way you move forward. And I did want to say thank you, despite the fact that I'm here in front of a crowd speaking, to Dr. Martinez for coming up with this. This is really a wonderful program, and you're doing great things down here. We really appreciate it. Trying to think about how to approach this, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about growth, because you are starting on a long path, and it's going to be a winding path, and it's going to be very different, and you're going to step into new roles and challenges. One thing that has stuck with me over the years is growth is not having a perfect plan. Growth is mistakes, and growth are the things that happen along the way when you are planning to do other things. When I was your age and I thought I had a plan, I thought it was A, B, C, you take these steps, you get to where you're going, and it's perfect, and I'm here to tell tell you that the most valuable lessons that I ever learned came from the massive amount of mistakes I made along the way. One of those mistakes is not having my pages in the right order. So I have a favorite author, his name is Terry Pratchett, and one of the things he said is, coming back to where you started is not the same as never leaving. I'm not from Nogales, I'm from Sarita, but I'm from Sarita that was too small to play Nogales in high school. Not the big group we have now. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but that should date me pretty well. Every step you take, even the uncertain ones, are part of what gets you to where you're going. And I do have a personal story to tell you, but it's my husband, not me. He got a degree in business management, focusing on accounting. About 6 months before he graduated, and I'm sorry Dr. Melendez is here from Eller, but I'm just going to say it, he realized he hated accounting. He hated it so much. He went ahead, he finished his degree, got a job in the field, thought it would pass, worked in the field for about 2 years, and realized that he was right. He hated accounting. Got through, got this degree, loved going to work every day, hated payroll, hated all of these things. So he made a really bold move. He walked away from it completely, and I'm telling you, he walked away from it. The man did not do our taxes for decades. Fortunately, we figured it out. We went into law enforcement and did something completely different. And some people questioned his choices because he spent a lot of time doing what he did just to walk away from it. But it turned out, the best part was, by the time he retired, and he is retired and he's not here with me tonight, which is why I can speak about it. He left as a very highly decorated financial crimes detective. So he managed to take the two very disparate areas that he had, finance and law enforcement, and make it work together in a way that worked for him. And it took a long time, and there were a lot of mistakes on the way. But at the end, it was wholly his, and it was totally worth it. So what I would tell you, and what I hope you carry forward is, be open to change. And if you do change, it doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're learning, and you're adapting, and you're growing, and you're all at a time where that's what you're supposed to do, is learn and find out what you want to do and change. So I would say, stay curious, keep asking those questions, keep staying in programs like this, even if you'd rather stay home and play music or do what you want to do. Embrace change when it happens. Don't be afraid of it. That's where some of your best opportunities come from. And be patient with yourself. Nobody has it figured out. Nobody in this room has it figured out. It's all just a bunch of steps, and you take them one by one. And that's where you get, maybe not where you plan to go, but really where you want to be in the end. I have one quote for you, and I'm sorry to do it, but I have to. It's from my favorite author. His name is Terry Pratchett, and he says, "Wisdom comes from experience, and experience is often a result of a lack of wisdom." So don't stress about it. You're going to make mistakes, and that is okay. Just make sure you keep learning from them. We're also proud of you, and hopefully, as you graduate from this program, you will talk to your friends, and you will come back, and you will make it a better program and a bigger program. And we can't wait to see what you do. So thank you all very much.
studying a field that blends genetics, medicine, and environmental advocacy because I want to be part of a future that creates a healthier world. I also want to say that I want to thank my parents for helping me in this program. I want to thank my mom because she has always been there for me, and even when everything was stacked against her, she always came out strong. So she's a very good example for me. Also my dad because he always sacrifices everything and does everything that he can for me. I also want to thank my grandparents because they have always loved me and supported me, as well as my aunts and uncles. And of course my brother Shaheen, who's right over there, that he's just so artistic and kind and creative and talented, and he is the best brother I could ever ask for. I also want to thank my teachers and everybody here who made this program possible. I grew up in Nogales, Arizona, just here, with a family dedicated to fitness, travel, and being kind, contributing members of society. From them, I have learned the importance of experiencing the world through different perspectives, and that it's always important to be who you are, no matter what. One of my greatest strengths is creativity, and I think that thinking outside of the box will help me find innovative solutions, not only to our environmental problems, but also to public health and society. Through my achievements, I've learned the power of dedication. For example, I had the honor of competing at divisionals for track and field. This year, I pole vaulted, where I pushed myself to my limits. And I also had the honor of placing top 10 at the Arizona State Spelling Bee last year. And that has shown me that hard work and determination contribute to my success. My dream is to travel the world, not only to explore it, but also to protect it. And I really want to create a better chance for our future generations to do the same, because I think that our environment is in a very hard time right now, and we need everybody to be contributing and also to believe in that we still have a chance. But if we continue to let that chance slip, we might not have it in the future. I'm driven by the patterns of nature and society. I really want to see a world where people can live in harmony with the earth. And I also think that this inspires me to lead with purpose. This leadership program has taught me to think beyond myself and turn meaningful ideas into actions. And I also, before I end, I also want to say thank you to my Uncle Albert and Aunt Katie, who are no longer here with us. But they have given me so many unforgettable cultural experiences. I will always. So here's to the future that we'll create together, and I hope that one day we will all have the opportunity to experience a better world side by side. Enjoy your evening, and thank you.
I have the honor to introduce Mateo Hernandez, who will introduce our next honorable speaker.
I am delighted to introduce our Nogales Mayor, Jorge Maldonado. Mayor Maldonado has emphasized a modern, progress-oriented approach to government, focusing on transforming Nogales into a benchmark for economic development, community integration, and international collaboration. His strategy is based on enhancing infrastructure, security, and the economy, always with an eye on strengthening the historic and cooperative relationship Nogales, Sonora. This binational perspective has resulted in projects and policies that benefit both the local population and the broader border region, creating a favorable environment for social well-being. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Maldonado.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you to the U of A and all this great work that they're doing with our youth. I want to congratulate all families and parents. This is extremely, I wish we had it reflecting our childhood. This is a great pathway. Like everybody said, I never thought I'd be in politics. The city needs youth. The city needs people to have visions. We need to work together. I'm very international. I was born and raised here in Nogales. I could tell everybody my weekdays was an American, my weekends was as a Mexican, because I go to my family's ranch in Nogales, Sonora, or Cebu. The opportunities that this community has, first of all, being so close to the border being our livelihood, the border being something that we deal with every day. And when I go to Washington and other places in the East, and they're scared of the border, and they think that the border is Mars and something out of this world. For us, it's something we do every day. For us, it's the glory that we have the opportunity. Kids, don't forget that you got the opportunity in your hands. Binational, 2 languages. How much, that's those 2 things, being binational, being at the border, being able to be bilingual, opens tons of doors, opens opportunities. And this is where Nogales is right now. I'm like I said, I was a cowboy in the weekends, rancher. I've been in the produce business, vegetables, all my life. I've been a social worker, unofficial, politicians through my family, my father. My father was the president of the produce industry, and we were supporters of Little League Baseball. I'm still playing Little League. 22 years. I'm the only one left. Still doing it. I still go announce games. This week, I did 4 out of 5 days. Because I'm the mayor, doesn't matter. The difference between me and all of you is nothing. I took the responsibility of leading the city. I took the courage, because people asked me, people wanted to move forward and progress. And they saw that I had the experience binationally. I was the first mayor to gladly have the governor of Sonora at my inauguration. Why? Because of relationships. You 13 right now, what you have learned in your year of study in this program has been humongous relationships that you should not forget. And let me tell you, like being said, will we have in the future? Yeah, we'll have mistakes. We'll have bump in the road. I say that in baseball. Sooner or later, the ball's going to turn your way. You can't get discouraged. You have to continue. And you know what? That's why your family, your friends, your teachers, your mentors, everybody, that's what we're here for. Why? I'm here anytime you guys want. Come and ask me. Do you think this is right? Do you think this is wrong? Why?
I want to try to take away the errors that we committed, the errors that we experienced, the wrongdoings. And, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. We're here. Why? Because we want to learn. We want to progress. We want to get better. And all it takes is courage. Courage. What you guys are doing here, coming up and talking in front of everybody, let me tell you, there's people that won't do it, period. But it takes courage to even take this class. This class is not easy. I've traveled Mexico like I never thought I'd travel. I know I've been at 27 of the 32 states of Mexico. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And what? I have friends in every single one. And I have leaders in agriculture, in economics, in government. And what do I use? My vulnerability to talk, to get I'm not here to tell everybody, hey, come my way. And say, hey, what do you guys need? How do we find solutions? Because I'm not going to find a solution alone. I'm going to come out to everybody and find solutions. That's my responsibility as a city manager, or as the mayor, and make it to where the youth is comfortable, the adults are comfortable, the elderly are comfortable. We have produce here, we have cattle here, we have a new mine that's coming here, a lot of technology. We have opportunities coming to our border. And like I said, we want to try, Supervisor Davis said, trying to keep the youth to come back. I left Nogales. I left Nogales in '83. I left Nogales to go to the U of A. Then in '88, I left Nogales to go to LA Market, to work the produce market. Then in '90, I left Nogales in LA to live in Culiacan, Mexico. And what did it give me? A great, great experience. And I'm back. I came back in 2004. Unfortunately, it was to take care of my mom. Luckily, I had her for 12 years. But life is an experience. We have to work harder and harder. But remember, look around to your right, to your left, and everywhere you go, you have people that can support you and help you and give you a little bit of their experience. And like they say, don't drown in a glass of water. There's a long road ahead, and that's life. And 50 years from now, most of us in this room will not be here. You guys, the youth, is what's going to be here. And we're going to depend on you keeping my grandchildren and the even younger youth upon and getting better. This is what it's all about. Collaboration, the university. Mr. Martinez, this is a great, ever since I met him, I think we clicked and we're both working on the correct path. But thank you, parents, thank you, everybody, and I hope this continues. And like I said, to all the students, don't be afraid of life. Life has good things, life has bad things, and it moves forward. And it's going to move forward without you or with you. Hopefully we all move forward in the right direction. And I commend everybody for coming and supporting these kids and the U of A program. But I wish everybody the best of luck. And hey, my office at City Hall is open, and my friendship as a person is open to everybody. Thank you, and good luck.
and sometimes I need to focus on what I'm gonna go to study, what I'm gonna do in life. And so this program will open many doors for me in universities, in many scholarships, in business, making connections, meeting people. And so that's my point again, to thank Mr. Martinez, to my principal, Ms. Contreras, and to all the coordinators and everybody here for their support. It is a pleasure for me to be here. And so it was again a challenging year for me during this program. And so that's when I discovered that even though I had many responsibilities with school, with my daily life, my family, this program, and I was thinking of dropping out. Again, I didn't. It made me, I'm so sorry. So I discovered I am capable of doing everything, even though no matter how hard it is. And so this is what the program teach me, many leadership skills. It taught me that I could be a leader because I was not that much of a social person. I was like an introvert. And so I discovered I am capable of doing this. And my principal even told me today, I chose you because I know you have the potential, but you need to push yourself. And that is what I learned today and through this entire year. And that's what I'm going to keep doing because this is not the end, this is barely the beginning. And I will see myself studying international business, creating new connections, making multiple businesses because of this program, and many things will come. Thank you.
It is my honor to introduce Sean Koznick, who will introduce our next honorable speaker.
It is an honor to introduce Dr. Paul Melendez, who serves as a University Distinguished Outreach Professor and founder of the Center for Leadership Ethics. He has been with Eller College of Management since 1996. He earned his doctorate from the University of Arizona with a specialization in privatization. He is the first and only Eller professor to be recognized by the University of Arizona as a University Distinguished Outreach Professor for leading ethics education for over 2 decades. He also serves as an affiliated professor in the School of Mining and Mineral Resources and the Center for Latin American Studies at the University of Arizona. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Melendez.
Well, again, congratulations to our emerging leaders in Santa Cruz, all the family and friends. I'd also like to acknowledge Dr. Martinez and his incredible team for just putting on a tremendous program. How about if we give them a round of applause? So it was about 2 years ago that Dr. Martinez happened to listen to a workshop that I gave. And almost immediately he came over and said, I'd love to talk to you. And he rolled out this vision for this program and all the support and all the coordination. And he asked me, would you be willing to be part of this? And I said, how could I not be part of this? I have to also tell you, I wondered if he could really do it. Because what he was proposing was enormous. And here we are today, completing the inaugural program. And I have to tell you, I'm very proud to be part of this program. I'm also actually delighted that I've heard at least a half dozen references to one of the workshops that I did with our students on emotional intelligence. So I think that part you want to keep for the next cohort, Dr. Martinez. You know, I don't have a speech, and that's largely because when Dr. Martinez told me about tonight's program, he said there would be 13 speakers. And I thought to myself, how could I possibly know what people are going to talk about? So I said, this is going to be a very nerve-wracking evening because I'm going to have to listen to everyone before me and try to make sure not to repeat. So I'm going to try my best here. I've had the good fortune of traveling all over the world and I've been around a lot of really smart people. And I want to share something with you which I think will be a little bit different tonight, but the key is to bring it back to our emerging leaders of Santa Cruz and how I believe they hold the key to the future. So there's an acronym that we've done called ADAPT. It stands for asymmetry, disruption, age, polarization, and trust. And what's happening is not only happening at the global level, it's happening locally. And in fact, I could make the argument because of Nogales and its proximity. It's probably happening here more on an intense level than anywhere else in the state. But I'm going to let you all decide. Let me tell you what we mean by asymmetry. Right now, we are seeing some of the greatest concentrations of wealth that we have seen in mankind. In fact, you'd have to go back to a time in India to see the concentrations of wealth that we're seeing today. Are you ready for this data point? 8 people own over half of the population's wealth. Just let that sit for a moment. Now, as a business professor, I love markets. There's nothing wrong with wealth, but it has to be distributed in a manner that's equitable. And if we don't figure that out, there's a real risk of wealth eating its golden tail. And that is a huge challenge today and going into the future. Now, there's lots of disruptions going on in the marketplace. We're beyond automation and blockchain. We're not talking about things like ChatGPT and the Chinese version called DeepSeek. All of our students are familiar with these technologies, thank goodness, because they're going to need to understand these technologies and a lot of the fundamental changes that are going to be happening here very shortly. When we think a little bit about age, in the United States, do you think we're a young or an older country? We're getting a little long in the tooth. We're about 38 years on average age. And I like to point out to my economist friends in the other college that if it wasn't for the fact that the United States allowed immigration, we would be much older. See what is happening in countries like Japan or Russia or China. They're getting much older much quicker. So that's an important factor for us also to take into account. We're seeing a lot of polarization. Would you agree? We're seeing calls for nationalism and populism. And I have to tell you, that's very concerning for one very basic reason. How are you supposed to operate as a global country when you begin to get into it? It's very difficult to do that. In fact, there are a few people who can explain exactly how that's to happen. And then, of course, there's some of the lowest levels of trust in this country we've ever seen. Trust in data privacy, a lack of trust when it comes to public health information, even a lack of trust in elections. The good news is, when you have that low levels of trust, there's a lot of room to go up. Now, my intent was not to bring you down to a point of clinical depression, but I have to tell you, as a professor, I'm also a pragmatist. So I don't want to talk to you about any illusions, but here's what I believe is the key, and for me, something that I'm very optimistic about as I think about our 13 emerging leaders of Santa Cruz. One of the things I've been working on lately, is this thing called generational analysis. Right now, we have 5 generations for the first time in the workforce. But the generation that is too young, that has not worked its way to the workforce, is actually our emerging leaders of Santa Cruz. They're referred to as the Generation Alpha. And let me tell you why they're so special and why I believe they're going to hold the key to overcoming all of these urgent global issues. Number one, their form of leadership is not about command or direction or coordination. It's about empowerment. That is very positive. Another interesting fact about Generation Alpha is that they are very, and I want to say very, tech savvy. They are living, and they're probably going to reinvent new opportunities in the gig economy. They are also very entrepreneurial, as we all know, based on the work that they've done this past year. The evidence is clear. But here's the thing that I think is most important, and it's my final point. They are some of the most civic-minded in terms of generation that we have seen since the baby boomers. And we have baby boomers here, and if you've ever wondered if there's a strange connection, there's probably one of the strongest connections with Generation Alpha. We're going to need that civic mindedness as our mayor said, going forward. But in order to be civic minded, let me look at all my students here for a moment here. If you're going to practice emotional intelligence, you have to be able to practice empathy. Not sympathy, you have to practice empathy. You have to be able to walk in the shoes of those that are less fortunate, those before you and those after you. So again, our students, Dr. Martinez and the wonderful team, thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sean Kosnick. I'm 16 years old, and I'm a 10th grader at Nogales High School. First, I would like to thank Dr. Martinez, Ms. Salcedo, and Ms. Murieta, and all the coordinators that helped build this program together, because I believe it truly helped every student that took a part of this. Second of all, I'd like to thank my family for helping me, for pushing me to keep going, and for me to reach my goals. I want to pursue a career in engineering because I want to make an impactful difference for everybody in the community. I grew up here in Nogales in a tight-knit and small family, but they were always dedicated to working hard and motivating each other for success. I want to use that motivation to create something beneficial for our community to grow and keep improving. I believe my skills that I've learned throughout this program, such as communication and emotional intelligence, will help me pursue these goals later in the future. I believe that once everybody learns to communication, that we can all unite together as a community, and I believe that is very beneficial for our success later in life. Thank you so much.
It is my pleasure to introduce Diaz Bernardo, to introduce our next honorable speaker.
It is my pleasure to introduce Maritza Liniguera, who's a visionary leader and changemaker whose work builds coaches, generations, and communities. Recently honored with the Doctorate Honoris Causa for her contributions to education and community empowerment, Maritza continues to lead with passion and purpose as her work inspires and educates young minds across borders. She was recently selected by the Mexican Consulate as one of the Voces de la Frontera, as her collaboration with More Latin America and We Love Nogales reflect her dedication to cross-border progress and unity. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Maritza Liniguera.
Buenas noches, everyone. Good evening. And, well, what an honor it's for me to stand here in front of you, amazing emerging leaders of Santa Cruz County. If someone would have told me as a little girl that I would be in front of you talking leadership and having this opportunity to be with all of you leaders, that little girl will be filled of excitement. And it's the same little girl that I carried 18 years ago as I shared my story when I was 18 and I didn't know a single word in English. But I was committed to come to a different country, to a different culture, and learn to be a teacher and then later to write a book. I share this story the very first day with all of you because that day I was able to see your advocacy, your strength, and your leadership. After that, I had the privilege, I had the honor to be with all of you emerging leaders of Santa Cruz County for around like 4 or 5 sessions. And my heart was full every time that I would see your growth, that I would see your empowerment, and that I would see how you were going to work as a team and work together for the next steps to become a leader. Dr. Martinez shared with me his passion about this program, and it was just amazing to hear all the opportunities that he was putting together with all amazing leaders that were here within our county. And my heart was just excited to continue to see the growth and the development of all of you. Then my husband shared with me that you guys visited also the fire station, and then later he held a business class with all of you. And I was just continuing to see all your growth, all your passion, and all your heart and dedication that you put into this program. I knew that you all started with around 40 students, and at the end, it was 14 total. So this is amazing. This means that you all were committed and carried and lead with passion and with heart. So thank you for all your leadership, and thank you for all that you did. Leadership, it's not about titles or applauses. It's about being humble enough to listen, transparent enough to build trust, and honest enough to stay true to your values. It's about having the courage to speak up for what is right, even when it's not easy, and the strength to support other leaders, because we rise higher when we support each other. From one leader to another, I want to continue to collaborate with all of you and to open the opportunities within our community for all of you. Thank you for all your work. Thank you for your passion. We need leaders like you in Santa Cruz County, leaders that can lead with heart and can lead with commitment and with transparency. Thank you for all you do, and congratulations again.
Before I give my speech, I would like to congratulate and thank, of course, my family, but as well Ms. Mureta, who I feel has been under-recognized in this program. She's been an extreme help to this program as almost a second organizer for it. And I feel like we should all give her a round of applause. My name is Matel Burde. I'm an 8th grader from the Chicago Academy of Excellence, and my dream is to become a software engineer because of my love for technology, and of course my digital literacy skills will not hurt when achieving that goal. I grew up in Nogales, Arizona, a family dedicated to aerospace engineering, which helped me learn that problem solving is essential for my success, and made math come easy to me. In the future, I would like to come back to the Santa Cruz area to create a food bank to help immigrants, since their struggles inspire me, and those struggles should not continue while they stay here in the United States. Thank you.
It is an honor to introduce Juliet Spalding, who will introduce our next honorable speaker.
I am happy to introduce Ms. Sandra Contreras, who is the principal of Lourdes Catholic School in Nogales, Arizona, where she has led with vision and dedication for over 9 years. A passionate advocate for student success, she is currently pursuing her doctorate in education on organization and innovation through Marymount University, focusing her dissertation on developing a high school step-by-step roadmap for college success. Born in Nogales, Sonora, and raised in a binational community in Ambos, Nogales, Sandra brings a unique cultural perspective to her work. Her leadership is centered on empowering teachers and students, fostering innovation, and creating pathways for all students to thrive academically and personally. Please join me in welcoming Principal Contreras.
Good evening, everyone. What an incredible journey it has been. I am honored to stand before you tonight as we celebrate the completion of the Emerging Leaders of the Santa Cruz program. To the University of Arizona and the Santa Cruz County Cooperative Extension and Dr. Rodolfo Martinez and his helpers, thank you for creating this extraordinary opportunity for our youth. Your vision and commitment to empower future leaders is truly making a difference in our community. To our students, congratulations, you did it. Completing this program is no small feat. Over the past several months, you've explored what it means to lead with purpose, to listen with empathy, and to act with courage. You've developed essential leadership skills, from communication and collaboration to ethics and professional growth. You've met with community leaders, explored government institutions, visited local businesses, and even learned from the land itself. You've strengthened yourself and grown. As a principal, I can tell you that nominating students for this program was one of the most difficult decisions. We see so much potential in so many students, and choosing just a few was incredibly hard. But you were selected because you stood out, because someone believed in you, and now you've proven why. You are not just students. We see you now as leaders in progress. I hope you carry pride in what you've accomplished, clarity in who you are becoming, and confidence in the differences you can make. Let this be your stepping stone. Whether you are applying for universities, seeking new opportunities, or finding your place in this world, remember that you've learned here. Leadership is not about a title. It is about action, integrity, and service. To the families here tonight, thank you for supporting and encouraging your children every step of the way. To the community leaders and organizers, thank you for investing in our youth. And to each and every one of our students, keep growing, and never stop believing in your potential. We are proud of you, and we cannot wait to see where you go from here. I want to congratulate Arlene and Mateo, and thank you for always going beyond the ordinary.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Julia Spalding. I'm an 8th grade student at Montessori Santa Cruz. I grew up here in southern Arizona in a small town called Sabanita, within a loving family dedicated to serving our community. And I learned early on that playing an active role in my community is important for my success. This has led to my passion for helping others, and I want to pursue a career to make this possible. I want to follow my dad's footsteps and enter into law enforcement so that I can help protect our environment and make a safe and fun place in our community. I would like to thank everybody for being here and supporting this program.
It is my pleasure to introduce emerging leaders aligned with us.
I'm delighted to introduce Dominic Rodriguez, who serves as the Associate Director for Tribal Extension Programs with Arizona Cooperative Extension. Originally from Tucson, Dominic brings over a decade of experience in public administration, operations, and process improvement. He holds a bachelor's degree in journalism from the University of Arizona and a master's in public administration from Northern Arizona University, along with advanced certifications in human resources and organizational effectiveness. In his current role, Dominic works closely with tribal nations across Arizona to support the management and direction of tribal extension programs, collaborating with faculty, staff, and unit heads on strategic, personal, and financial matters. Please join me in welcoming Director Rodriguez.
Buenas noches, good evening. Leo Santiago, Kitalea. The last one was Yaki for my wife that's sitting in the back. Any other Yakis in the room? Okay, so that's good. Well, thank you for having me with Delphi. I really appreciate it. I was lucky enough to be part of the very first presentation back in August, and all I can say, I was really, really impressed with the students that were already taking part. So, students, give yourself a round of applause already, because just taking this first step kind of puts you as a leader already. So, everybody, if you can give them a round of applause. So I, kind of like Dr. Melendez, a little well bit opposite. I did have a speech presenting, and then being a 10th speaker, I kind of noticed that I was talking to my wife in the back, and like, oh, you just took my speech. You know, so I'm gonna wing it, and only because Pedro's little brother in the back was yawning and falling asleep already. So I'm gonna talk about something a little bit more fun for the kids. I'll talk to you. So for the rest of the next 4 minutes or so, we're gonna talk about the F word. All right, yeah. We're gonna talk about the F word. All right. So all the speakers that have already spoken tonight, if I can get you guys to stand really quick. Everybody, yeah, everybody that's spoken. Yeah, let's bring a round of applause. Thank you. Stay standing really quick. I'm going to do a little exercise with y'all. So one, thank you. That round of applause was also for me, because you kind of validated my leadership thinking, but with all of your speeches already, so I appreciate that. The second thing is, for all you leaders that are standing, if you have ever failed at anything, please sit down. Perfect. So this is the F word I was talking about, you guys. What F word did you think I was talking about? So we're going to talk a little bit about failure. All right, that's one of the aspects of leadership that hardly ever gets spoken about. Why? Because it's uncomfortable, right? Failing sucks. Failing is not the opposite of leadership. Failure is part of leadership. I tell my kids all the time, fail fast, right? What do I mean by that? Let's try, get out there. Don't be afraid. So I think we have talked about fear. Do not be afraid, it's gonna happen. We fail all the time, okay? The big lesson is that you get back up. Always get back up. Don't be afraid to try new things, okay? There's a word that has been getting a lot of mention lately. It's grit. G-R-I-T. A lot of people like to make an acronym of that. And I saw one that kind of spoke a little bit to me. So the G in grit. Anybody know what grit is? Anybody know the regular definition of grit, right? Being gritty. You see that a lot in sports. Grit is an acronym, and I'll kind of walk you through a little bit of it right now. The G in grit means to get back up. Okay? Anytime you fail, anytime you fall, get back up. The R, refuse to settle. Always try for the next best thing. I, invite feedback. Feedback is a gift. Leaders use it all the time. Anytime you fail, anytime you think you fail, anytime you want to try something, always invite feedback. And T, always tell the truth. Don't be afraid of your own truth, and don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Those are some qualities that I've learned, and again, back to the other leaders that spoke earlier, those are some of the things that validated my reasoning as to what makes a leader, and so I hope you kind of heard some of that, and just don't be afraid to fail. All right? Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate your time.
Since I was little, I've always wanted to be a veterinarian. I've always loved hanging out with animals, and I've always wanted to help them. I grew up in Tumacaca, Arizona. My parents own their own mechanic shop, and they're very hardworking. What I have learned from them is that success does not come out of the blue, that everything that you do, put your best effort into it, do the best you can, because that will make you successful in life. With taking what I learned from my parents and from this leadership program, I'd like to open my own veterinary clinic when I'm older. I'd like to thank Mr. Rodolfo and everybody who worked here at the program for creating this. I will remember it for years to come, and I'd like to congratulate all the graduates. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce Sofia Jimeno Pereira.
I am happy to introduce Dr. Ana Laura Prado, who is a principal of Mexicano Academy of Excellence, the #1 ranked school in Santa Cruz County. She holds a PhD in Educational Administration and has over 20 years of experience in education, including 2 years as a principal. She is committed to academic excellence, equity, and building a strong, supportive learning environment for all her students. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Prado.
great pride and honor that I stand here before you today as a principal of Mexicali Academy of Excellence to celebrate a remarkable achievement. Today, we're gathered to celebrate the graduation of our students who have completed the Emerging Leaders course, a journey that has been transformative, insightful, and inspiring. First, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to Mr. Rodolfo Martinez for this exceptional leadership in the course. Mr. Martinez has not only guided our students, but has helped us cultivate the skills, the mindset, and the resilience required to thrive as emerging leaders. Your passion, Dr. Martinez, for empowering the next generations of leaders is very evident in the impact you have made, and for that, we're very, very thankful. Our school, Mexicali Academy of Excellence, has been privileged to host students from Santa Cruz County every month, fostering a collaborative environment where students could share, learn, and grow together. This partnership has been incredibly valuable as it has been inspiring to witness the sense of community that has developed through this course. Today, I am particularly proud to recognize the achievements of two of our very own students who participated in this course, along with our students in Santa Cruz County. Mexicali scholars are Matias Bordeis and Benjamin Correa. All participants demonstrated not only academic excellence, but also the leadership qualities that will serve them throughout their lives. To all our graduates today, know that this is just the beginning of your journey, and the skills you have developed through this program will help you navigate whatever path you choose in the future. Leadership is about more than just making decisions and taking charge. It is about the ability to listen, to collaborate, and to inspire others. It is about showing compassion and empathy, and being willing to learn, grow, and adapt in the face of new challenges. As emerging leaders, you now carry the responsibility of making a positive impact in your community, your school, and beyond. I encourage each one of you to take what you have learned in this course and continue to strive for excellence. Challenge yourself to the change you wish to see in the world, and never forget the importance of uplifting those around you. Finally, congratulations to our graduates. This achievement is a testament for your hard work, dedication, and commitment to personal growth. We are incredibly proud of you, and we can't wait to see where your leadership journey takes you next. Keep leading with heart and integrity, and with the courage to make the difference. Thank you.
Hi everyone, good evening to parents, families, guests, and my fellow emerging leaders of Santa Cruz County. My name is Sofia Alejandra Jimeno Pereira, and I am a sophomore, almost a freshman at Nogales High School. Go Apaches! I am passionate about the intersection of leadership, technology, and engineering. I am interested in studying software engineering and artificial intelligence, because aided with these technologies, humanity can reach its full potential. From stopping climate change to providing better education, leadership, engineering, and artificial intelligence can improve education. When my leadership, I'm just gonna put it down. When my leadership, I would like to create a tech company, Jimeno Pereira Innovations. But I want it to be much more than just a business. I want it to be a constant reminder that technology is most impactful when used responsibly. We will offer affordable products that allow communities to teach their youth how to harness the tools they have to thrive. Together, we can create a future where technology serves as a bridge to success and innovation. Thank you.
Please welcome Pedro Alvayo to introduce our next speaker.
It is with pleasure that I introduce Mrs. Mireya Murrieta. Mrs. Murrieta, as she likes to go by, holds a master's and doctorate in education, bringing a wealth of expertise to the field. She is involved in transformative projects that empower students with essential leadership skills. She is also very passionate about teaching, and her goal is to inspire her students to believe in themselves and their potential to succeed, creating a truly lasting impact in their lives. Mrs. Murrieta is truly honored to have been a part of this remarkable leadership program. Please join me in warmly welcoming Mrs. Murrieta.
Good evening, graduates, family, and special guests. Like Councilor Moreno said, I usually don't have a written speech, but as leaders take advice, so I decided to have one here. So I'm going to begin with my speech. It takes too long and then we get off track, right? So it is a true honor to stand before you today as the coordinator of the Santa Cruz Emerging Leaders of Santa Cruz program, celebrating the remarkable journey of this incredible middle and high school students. Watching each of you transform from emerging leaders into the confident, capable graduates we see today has been an amazing experience. Your growth, dedication, and unique leadership skills have left an indelible mark on this program, and I am filled with immense pride. First, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the guest speakers who joined us in our classroom throughout this program. Their wisdom and insights into leadership, drawn from their own diverse experience, enrich your learning and inspire you to cultivate your own leadership skills and styles. They help you see that leadership is not a one-size-fits-all path, but a personal journey shaped by character, resilience, and vision. As a coordinator, I had the privilege of witnessing firsthand the extraordinary commitment you brought to every facet of this program. Whether it was restoring Grand Park on Morley Avenue before the Christmas parade, or dedicating a couple of weekends, more than 5 hours each painting rails, benches, signs at Meadow Hills Park, you proved that leadership is not just about grand ideas, but about rolling up your sleeves and making a tangible impact on our community. These efforts speak volumes about your character, your belief in the power of service, and your unwavering dedication. Your commitment extended far beyond this community project. Over the course of 2 semesters, you balanced the demands of your schoolwork with the extra responsibilities of this program, attending sessions every month on Fridays and making up missed assignments with diligence, especially Fridays testing days. Usually as teachers, I'm a testing Friday teacher, so you had to make them up in tutoring classes, so that's a lot of extra work, just for everybody to know. This discipline, sacrificing that specific Friday each month to invest in your growth as leaders reveals who you are as individuals, resilient, responsible, and driven by purpose. With the support of our Michigan Academy principal, I had the unique opportunity of sharing my classroom with you for the sessions, lending space to ensure the durability of the program, and I was continually impressed by your perseverance, collaborations, and sense of responsibility, even when faced with challenges. The guest speakers and I watched you grow from emerging leaders into graduates who lead with confidence and integrity. You've shown leadership is not defined by titles or tasks, by the actions you take, the example you set. A true leader inspires others not with words alone, but through their work ethic, their compassion, and their ability to overcome obstacles. I firmly believe the best way to teach is by showing, is by example. And I was proud to stand alongside of you, my group, the one that I work with, demonstrating what it means to lead, not from a position of power, but from a place of understanding and shared experience. As you move forward, carry this lesson with you. Leadership is about setting the tone, showing up, and showing others how it's done through your actions. Every brushstroke you made in the park, every hour you spent working together, every assignment you completed despite the packed schedule, these are the steps towards becoming leaders defined by integrity, commitment, and the ability to inspire others to do the same. I am incredibly proud of what you have accomplished, and I can't wait to see the extraordinary things you will continue to do. You are the future of our community, and I have no doubt that these lessons you've learned here will guide you as you move forward in life with purpose and heart. Congratulations to all of the students, emerging leaders who are now graduates, and you are the leaders of this community. Congratulations to all of you.
Hello, my name is Pedro Arroyo, and I'm an 8th grader at Calabasas Middle School. I'm interested in doing and just like playing a bunch of music because I absolutely love the story and feelings it can give you. I do this because like it's so fun and so like it's good for the soul and everything. Like, it's just amazing to play music for me personally. I grew up in a household dedicated to hard work, discipline, and kindness. And I learned that having open ears is important for success, as ignorance can kill it. With my leadership, I want to help and be in our many orchestras and teach people all around the world about music and playing it. I can do this by having renowned players just like come to schools and teach people about music. I would like to thank my family, my dad for showing me the principles of hard work, my mom for allowing me to grow as a better person, and my brother for always being right next to me. And I would also like to thank my gifted educator, Ms. Hughes, for always telling me the truth, no matter how much it hurts. The pure truth is always better than something like sugar. Thank you.
It is an honor to introduce Benjamin Corella.
Fatima Hinojosa Romero, who currently serves as a Consul of Protection and Community Affairs at the Consulate General of Mexico, located in Nogales, Arizona. She has a strong interdisciplinary program which combines legal expertise with psychological insights. She has worked for the government of Mexico for 8 years, focusing on human rights and humanitarian assistance. Please join me welcoming Consul Hinojosa.
Well, last but not least, I have nothing else to say. They took it all away. So I will try to tell you what my experience in this program was. I had the honor and privilege to talk to a few of you, the students. I recognize you from the crowd, and I love this moment to listen to you again. I love Santa Cruz County. This has been my home for over 2 years now, and it has taught me about community, and that has a lot to do with what you are doing here today. We are now friends. We see each other in the streets, and that is something that people shouldn't take for granted. It is very special, and it happens here at the border. We have the best of both worlds. You can be leaders here and in Mexico, and that's not something that some of us grew up with. When I talked to you, I told you I come from Pachuca Hidalgo. No one knows where that is. I didn't grow up in the border. I had one language, Espanol. And at every challenge that I had to overcome, I did it without the community. I did it only with my family. I didn't have the skills that you're having here today, or the experience that you're gathering here in this project and program. So be grateful, as I am grateful to be part of this experience with you. I want to thank everyone that invited every one of us speakers to this program, because it was a wonderful experience for me. It was wonderful to get to know the students and to listen to their questions. They were not questions that I expected. They are small humans growing up to become leaders, but they are already very involved with the community. It is wonderful to see you at events and know that you will come up and say hi. That's not normal. We didn't grow up like that, not my generation at least. So it is wonderful that you are having every tool, every advantage, so you can become whatever you want to become. And I really hope that you do. So thank you again, University of Arizona, thank you, Rodolfo, Mexicali Academy, Lourdes Academy, Montessori, every single one of you have done a great job bringing these students together, and I am very grateful to be here with you. Thank you again.
Y creo que me tocó en camino. Ya lo conocí.
So, my name is Benjamin Corella. I am an 8th grader at the Chicago Academy. And all my life, I've never really known what I want to be. And this year specifically, out of nowhere, it just clicked. And right now, the only thing I would actually want to become one day is a teacher. Now, I don't know from where this dream came from, but I'm thinking maybe my grandpa, who was a professor in Guaymas, I never met him, but I've heard many things about him. My mother, who is also a teacher, amazing as always. But especially my teachers. One of them is right here right now, Ms. Murieta. I believe she's the best teacher ever. Probably the most perfect teacher. She's the greatest. So throughout this program, I've learned many skills, especially leadership skills, and I believe that those skills will help me become a teacher one day. Now, I grew up in Nogales, Sonora, with a family who was always dedicated. They always were determined to do their goals and had empathy towards others. I learned from a young age that I had to be in others' shoes, learn about their struggles, and help in any way I can. I made sure to try and keep these skills or things that my family taught me throughout my life. And while I sometimes maybe forget them, I always try to do the right thing. I would like to one day maybe come back to the community and maybe raise the awareness about all the programs and opportunities that are here,
because before this year, before being this program, I actually thought that we were just a little small city with nothing to offer. But I now realize that there's so many leaders here, so many opportunities, everyone has something to say. And to be honest, at this point, I just think that there's so much to do, just that we cannot see it. And just to finalize, I just want to give a big thanks to my dad, who's always taught me to keep going in times of struggles. He's a big inspiration to me, and he has taught me that I am capable of everything. My sister, who I sometimes do not show that I care for her, but in reality, I really do, and she's going to university, which I'm going to miss her a lot. I can also thank my friend Matias, who most of the time keeps me going to the right path, even though I sometimes might not do the best thing. And just in general, I'm very thankful for this program, and thank you to everyone who came here and took time on their weekends just to look at us and make sure to be able to see all of us emerging leaders. Thank you.
That was it. Thank you. Emerging leaders, 13 emerging leaders that made it to the ceremony. One couldn't make it. So let's give a round of applause to all. I'd like to recognize several of the speakers that dedicated 1 full hour with our students in the classroom. And we have a recognition for them. Our first one, Juris Dr. Miguel Lopez.
Thank you. All right, I only have about a 20-minute presentation. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't really prepared. So, quickly, emerging leaders, I am so proud of you. You guys have done an amazing job. And now that you've done the work, congratulations, because now the real work starts. Right? Now you have the skills. You have had the distinct pleasure and the distinct privilege of having been given skills to become leaders in our community. And so now I challenge you to use those skills to the best of your ability to help the people that live here around you, the people who are in your church, in your school, in your family, because that's what being a leader is about. It's about motivating people, it's about inspiring people, and it's about guiding people. And so I say to you, now is your opportunity. So I say to Alexis, use that vulnerability that you have to inspire people to be empathetic. And to Pedro and Pablo, I said to you, use your talent for music to bring people together. Bring Cristobal with you and motivate people to come together, because the world is trying to split us apart. Our never-ending news cycle is trying to split us apart. We live in a world where politics and economy and strife around us is trying to separate us as a group of people. And we are not going to let it happen, are we? Alexis, Sophia, Matias. We will not let it happen, right? No. Benjamin, will we let it happen? I don't think so. Right? Because we are going to work together to bring us together. Because ultimately, that's what leadership is. It's using your strengths, your powers. Sean, I challenge you to help us come together. Thank you so much for your time.
It is an honor to recognize Jose Malquilla. He has spent several hours with us. He gave us a tour of the fire station, spent many hours to it. He took us to his farm. He went to the classroom and spoke, and he organized the community project with the students at Nogales High School, and He's just a huge contributor to the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And why did I have to go after Judge Lopez? Good speech. But to those emerging leaders, y'all have seen me before. I've seen you before. I'm very proud of you. The parents that supported them, very proud of you guys. And everybody, the community members, everybody that helped out, everybody excelled. It takes a whole community to grow one child, right? So we definitely exceeded on that. You guys are going to change the future. I like the AI program that you're going to do. And so I hope that you figured out the Articles of Incorporation. Right? So there's a lot of leaders in here, and definitely you guys are going to change the future. Just remember, people watch what you do. So do the right thing. Okay? Be transparent, be knowledgeable, know what you're doing, and that way you can succeed. And when you succeed, make sure that you don't just succeed as an individual, succeed as a community. So thank you very much.
I'd like to recognize Laura Monaga. She is an amazing contributor to the program. When she talked to the students, we were all laughing for a whole hour. She's amazing.
Thank you. So I was the one that I guess made everybody laugh and laugh. We talked about brain development, and I just wrote a little note here to remind you, future leaders, that we need to use our executive functioning skills and apply it, and you will succeed mentally and spiritually in whatever you do. And remember, your brain does pruning if you do not use what you need to use. So right now is the time for you to learn everything you want, because this is a time for your brain to absorb everything, so you can be the best spiritual, mentally, self-awareness, self-actualized individuals in the world. So congratulations and thank you.
Nick Hilton, we thank you so much for all the effort you teach the students.
Hi everyone, I'm sure you've got lots of partying to do tonight, so I'll be very brief. But I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful that you participated in this program, and the future of Santa Cruz County is bright because of you. So thank you.
Ben Lomeley. He helped us on a field guide through the Santa Cruz River and explained his 30 years of experience conserving the river in a single hour. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Rodolfo. Thank you, University of Arizona. Thank you, everyone here tonight supporting this wonderful program for our future. These emerging leaders are our future. There's no doubt that they have the wisdom, they have the intelligence, getting the right education, and they have common sense and perseverance, or they wouldn't have made it through this. So it's very important for that set of skills to move forward in this world. And yes, there are challenges. We've heard about failures, but that perseverance is what gets you through that. And caring for each other, it's a big deal. To care for each other, to care for our world, to care for Mother Nature, to care for all the gifts that the universe, the heavens have given us. So let's care for each other. Let's encourage these young leaders. They have emerged, and they are our future. Thank you very much. You all lift my spirit. Every time I was before you, I felt a lot better and thought, so thank you so very much to everybody. Let's keep on caring. Thank you.
You interviewed the students and made an amazing article for them that was published in the Extension newsletter. We would like to honor your work and recognize it.
I didn't expect to be speaking here tonight. I appreciate the thanks. It was an honor to talk to the students that I spoke to. And I tell you, Benjamin, I came away, I've been telling people since I spoke to you that you look like a little kid, but you sound like an adult. I mean, I was totally impressed with all of the kids that I talked to. And, you know, it's very exciting to me to help promote a program like this that clearly is going to have a ripple effect for years and years. So, anyway, thank you.
Do we have Miguel Gomez from Vantage West in the audience? Oh, yes. Thank you, Miguel.
Well, I'm Miguel Gomez. I work with Vantage West Credit Union. I actually graduated from Nogales High School. So I'm really happy to see you guys here. Congratulations to all the graduates. And at Vantage West, we are definitely putting our foot forward to try and help out our communities and our emerging leaders. Thank you so much. And it's getting late, so I'm going to wrap it up.
And we want to recognize Esteban Cordova, who couldn't make it to be here, Consul Moreno. We want to recognize Esteban Cordova, who was the one pushing me on all kinds of reports. As you know, the consul gave us $6,000 to support this program. And we truly
Now my second speech. Thank you so much. It's really, it's an honor. Esteban is great. All my team is great. Let's give it a round.
We want to recognize the schools that participated in the program, and we want to call the principal of Calabasas Middle School and receive that recognition.
I was trying to step away, I was trying to back up, and it wasn't working. I just wanted to thank, the whole program, all of the people that provided these opportunities for our students to grow. And that's one thing that I think is extremely important, being able to support our youth, being able to support them and give them opportunities that maybe might not be there for them if this program was not available. So thank you guys, congratulations everybody, and have a great summer everybody. Kids, have a great summer everybody, and best of luck in the future to everybody. Thank you very much.
We would like to call Amanda Montessori, who is the principal of Montessori School.
Try to avoid speaking. I'm a pretty shy person. But something that I hold dear and something that I try to extend to my students is that at the end of the day, under the job, under the money, under the success, under the failure, under everything, it's the connections that you make and the people that you love that pull you forward, and that is the ultimate definition of success. So hold those people dear to you, and those are the people that will bring you to the top. So thank you.
And Mexicayo School is next. Principal Ana Laura. principal of Lourdes High School. Do we have any official from Nogales High School here? If not, any student from Nogales High School, please. You might be an official of Nogales High School. Any officials from Rio Rico High School? If not, we have a student from Rio Rico. Thank you, everyone. I'd like to ask one of the parents to come up here and express the experience. How fun was it? How difficult was it? And how fruitful was it for your family and for our community? Who would like to volunteer to come here? Yes.
Okay, bear with me. You might guess in a few seconds that I was not born in Nogales, but I'm very happy to be here today to have seen everything that the kids became. I participated in a few of those events, and that's amazing. From day one to today, they grew, not only physically for some of them, but also they developed a lot of skills. You could see them today speaking, that was amazing. And I had some homework for you. That might come from my engineering side, but now my question would be, how are you going to measure the impact on the community of all this? We are all convinced it's good, it works, it's something to develop. And I guess that having some way to prove the impact of the community, it will only help you to develop those kind of programs not only for the US, but maybe somewhere else in Argentina or other countries. I don't have a solution. So, again, congratulations to all the kids, the parents. I guess we have been able to push the kids to go further, learn about all that. Congratulations to all the speakers. I myself remember leaders in my job, my family, etc. And I did recognize a lot of things, especially regarding allowing ourselves mistakes. We should all allow ourselves mistakes and also allow others to make mistakes. Mistake is learning. Every step, even if it feels backwards, you only are learning and going further towards what you will become. You're going today, but it will happen. So I will try to cut it now because I have nothing else to say. Congratulations, doctors, and I hope these programs will develop and go on. It's wonderful. Thank you.
And lastly, Supervisor Davis has an amazing announcement.
I'm gonna make it very short because I know everybody was me. So, on behalf of the county, we're very proud of them, and this is a public invitation to invite all the leaders, all the different principals from the school. On the 29th at 9:30, we're gonna give you a special recognition, so you can write it down on the agenda. So, once again, I hope to see you very soon, like in 2 weeks. Thank you, everyone.
To close, we so much appreciate everyone's effort. It was a huge commitment for everyone, for the parents, to drop the students at 7:30 a.m. and pick them up at 5, and reminding them that there was homework to do and so many activities, community projects. They did a climate change challenge within their houses, and they all presented amazing results, how to save energy, how to take care of our environment. Everyone involved in this program deserves a huge applause. So let's give it to us. And with that, it's an invitation to participate next year or starting up in the fall. Invite students. We're still gonna receive the most outstanding proposals from the school, but we wanna open it up for any student that is not proposed. We only need a grade report to see how are you doing in school, what's your performance, and we're gonna analyze all the applications and just have a final list sometime around August, early August. So please get involved, propose students, and you emerging leaders are going to be called to give presentations for the upcoming program. You are going to be like faculty now. And I'm going to be bothering you, calling you. It's time to present now. And your certificate will give you the credentials to do that. And next year, you're going to receive a certificate as presenter. And that is going to contribute to your CV at such an early age. I'm so proud of you. Thank you, everyone.